Welcome to today's Talk Business and Politics Daily. I'm Roby Brock. They're no James Carville or Mary Madeline. They're not the Morning Joe and Mika Brzezinski, but we do have a political odd couple in studio today with Kathy Webb, who is a city director in the city of Little Rock, former state representative on the Democratic side, Carl Vogelpohl, who is the chief of staff for Republican Attorney General Leslie Rutledge. Welcome to both of you. Thanks for playing in with my prank there to introduce you. So,
but it's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Politics does make strange bedfellows, but good policy also makes good bedfellows as well. Let's talk a little bit about the common cause that is bringing you guys together before we dive into the Women's Foundation of Arkansas event that is coming up, the Power of the Purse. How did you guys pair up for this event?
Well,
I love this event, Power of the Purse. And when I was approached about being one of the co-chairs, I readily accepted, but I said I want to balance it out and have somebody who maybe brings a little bit different perspective than I do, because the Women's Foundation is such a nonpartisan group doing wonderful work. I think it's important to show balance and even the co-chairs that they have for this event.
Yeah, so how were you approached about doing this?
Well, they reached out and said that the vice mayor would be very interested in having me join her as the co-chair. And I've known her work, I've known Kathy's work for years, and her commitment to public policy and good public policy, and her commitment to the community. And so I learned about the Women's Foundation of Arkansas and their mission, and was intrigued by the opportunity that we had to do something great for Arkansas.
All right, that's good. So let's talk about the Power of the Purse. We're going to honor 3 women this year. You're related to one of them, which was just a coincidence of all of this.
Connected, maybe not related.
Right, exactly. Tell me a little bit about the event and how long you've been involved with it, and kind of what do you think? How do you think it's grown?
It's an exciting event, and I've been involved with it, I guess, as an attendee for about 10 years. And when you think about the fact that Girls of Promise, which I think was the original thing that attracted me to this event, because our girls don't get the same opportunities often in the STEM courses. So when I learned about the Women's Foundation, and that was one of the main focal points they had, I wanted to be involved with it. And this event has grown, the mission of the Women's Foundation has grown, and to be able to recognize 3 women who have done so much for the community is something that I would absolutely want to be part of.
Yeah, STEM, science, technology, engineering, math. I've been to a lot of coding events, even some just Girls of Promise coding events. And I think I was in a room at the governor's mansion one time, and there must have been like 200 of them there, all with computers, and and it was a great event there. So why does this mission mean a lot to you after you did a little homework on it?
I think anybody who's interested in economic development in Arkansas and the potential that we have as a state to attract good companies and good jobs in the 21st century should be of interest to you. It's half the workforce. There's a significant gender gap between men and women in STEM fields and in post-secondary, in college education and post-secondary education. And I think anybody who's interested in economic development in Arkansas has a vested commitment to make sure that all Arkansans have the opportunity to develop the skills that they need to be successful.
Let's talk about the 3 women that are going to get honored at this event. It's October 3rd in Little Rock is when the event takes place. Shayla Kopis, who is going to be recognized for her philanthropy, her philanthropic work. Betty Dickey, former wife of Congressman Jay Dickey, but also the first female to the elected or appointed on the Supreme Court as Chief Justice. And Sharon Vogelpohl, she's in business. Anybody want to give me any background on her? Big PR marketing firm here with Megan Bolden.
I think so.
And I'll take Sharon. I'll say that actually I was one of the people who was recommending Sharon. Had nothing to do with Carl and his position, but I've worked with Sharon on a number of public relations projects and on some hunger projects. We've worked together for several years on those. And who better to represent women in business than somebody who has become president of a very large agency. And Sharon does great work in the community. Something a lot of people don't know, that she does a lot of work with girls in sports. And that's an important activity, and also where there's a lot of disparity.
Yeah.
So I think Sharon is a great representative. I'll let Carl pitch the others since I've taken
Betty
Sharon.
Dickey or Shayla Kopis, I give you your choice.
Well, they're both remarkable women in their own right, and I know that when I think of philanthropy in Arkansas and in Central Arkansas. I mean, obviously Shayla Kopis is somebody that you think of when you think of events that are successful and you think of giving back to the community. And when I think of women who have made their mark on Arkansas in public service, I remember when Betty Dickey was appointed to be the Supreme Court Chief Justice. I remember when she was involved in politics heavily in Arkansas and helped to pave the way for women who came and followed after her.
All right. The Power of the Purse, October 3rd, State House Convention Center, is that right?
Yes.
It is.
All right, so if anybody wants some tickets or more information, they can go where?
So they can contact the Women's Foundation of Arkansas to find out additional ways to get involved. One of the things that I know that both Kathy and I are excited about is that the event actually sold out about a month and a half ago. And so all of the seats have been sold. We're looking for opportunities to create a virtual table for people who want to participate in the program. We might live stream it on Facebook, so that they can enjoy being part of the program without actually having to physically be there. But they can contact the Women's Foundation of Arkansas and learn about that, as well as many more opportunities to get involved.
And the proceeds from the luncheon go to some grants that will go out to a variety of different places around the state too.
It will go out to the grants, and it will go out to helping underwrite some of the programs like the Women's of Promise and like the Women's Empowerment Initiative.
So if you guys have the most successful event ever, which it kind of sounds like you're on track, you need to retire as the co-chair deal and maybe take your Republican and Democrat show on the road. You guys
Absolutely.
up for that?
We could do that,
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
Political animal clubs around the state would welcome you with open arms.
Absolutely.
So it would be good. All
I'd
right.
be happy to talk to anybody about how to take our state forward.
All right, Carl, Kathy, thank you both so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's all for today's Talk Business and Politics Daily. Thank you for watching. I'm Roby Brock. We'll see you next time.
Arkansas Electric Cooperative Corporation provides electric energy across 2/3 of Arkansas. This is an exciting time in our energy history, with incredible progress being made in renewable energy and storage technologies. As our energy portfolio continues to diversify, we'll maintain an all-the-above strategy to provide reliable and affordable electricity. Ever since the first light bulbs were placed in our members' homes, the electric cooperatives have been the solutions provider for our members, and we want to continue that well into the future.
Each day, the promise of our nation begins again. Arkansas and America, moving forward. I help make that promise a reality. It's not for everyone, but people everywhere depend on us.
Oh, I love you too, sweetie.
Trucking delivers, or everything stops. And that's what drives me.